So real quick before this starts, all these time codes, that's for all the questions and stuff if you only care about particular ones. You're welcome. So first things first, this is nothing but assumptions, okay? So please keep that in mind. I'm not saying any of this. Some of this is true, but a lot of this is assumptions, okay? So please take it with a grain of salt and don't get upset about it because it's not meant to be an argument. I'm just saying what I feel. You can say what you feel back. Just be nice, please. I don't want to say I'm apologizing for my last video because I don't like YouTube apologies. So, but I will apologize for how shite it was. So I said in my last video that Rocket League would be staying on Steam. You won't be able to purchase it, but it will be staying on Steam. I know some people didn't get that far in the video to hear that. I don't blame you. But I'm aware of that. That's not really my main concern. My real issue is with Epic Games taking a successful game that is very popular on Steam and just sort of yanking it off of Steam and putting it on their own platform. It's not very good business practice or very honest. Personally, I don't really care if Epic Games decides to make their own developed game a exclusive because it's their game. They can do what they want with it. They can sell it where they want. That makes sense. I just don't like when they do it with games that are already successful on another platform. It's more sabotage than it is competition. So a lot of the reasoning behind people saying this is a good thing, Rocket League's getting more money, they'll be able to make more content, they can make more extra modes, more maps and stuff like that. That's really all up to Psyonix, because so far, they haven't really been making content like they should. And they've had the resources to do it. They have, 50 million copies sold, 132 employees. They have the resources to make more actual content. They're not. They're more focusing on microtransactions, which is a big issue that I don't see being fixed with more money being thrown at it. My main reason for saying this is they made Hoops in 2016, they made Rumble in 2016, and they made Dropshot in 2017. So they made 3 extra modes in 2 years. So that's a lot of content. And they haven't made any extra modes since. That's just been it. Like, where did all that go? There was so much creativity, and then it's just whoosh, gone. Just everything is now microtransactions. They're not actually working on game content. I do not hate Fortnite. Okay, the reason I don't like Epic Games is not because I don't like Fortnite. In fact, I'm pretty much impartial to Fortnite. I played it once or twice, I had fun with it, and I was like, well, I suck at Battle Royales, I'm just not gonna play it. I don't hate it, so that's not the reason I hate Epic Games. I don't like Epic Games because they're essentially just picking games out from Steam and putting them on their own launcher so that people can't buy them on Steam anymore. They have to go through their launcher, which I don't like. Okay, I think that's pretty bad business practice. Like Fortnite. That's their game. If they want to make it exclusive on their launcher, that's fair. If they make a game, or a game series, then they should be able to make it exclusive on their launcher. But if it's a game that, already exists on another platform, and then you rip it off of that platform and put it on yours, that's not very honest business, in my opinion. Some people may disagree, some people might think that's just how business works. I don't like it. Okay, and don't get it twisted. I'm not the guy saying, there's gonna be Rocket League Battle Royale. No, it's not gonna happen. So I just think Psyonix just hasn't handled their game well. I don't think they've listened to the community that much either. Because whenever they do listen to the community, they just do it half-hearted. Like with the Steam Workshop. Everybody was like, Steam Workshop, we want to make our own items, we want to make our own stuff for the game, our own cars, and they're like, yeah, here's a workshop, but it's only for maps. It's like, well, that's not what people wanted. People wanted to be able to make whatever they want. They don't just want to be limited to making maps. Here's the thing. I only have 2,300 hours in the game, but I've had it since 2016. The January 2016. So I've had it ever since the game came out, really. I've had it, well, half a year after, but whatever. I just don't think they've handled their game that well, and they've just kind of let the quality of it slip. There's more bugs now. You know, they're just not fixing simple stuff. That's really my issue with Psyonix. It's mainly because of the fact that they haven't made any new content for the game in the past 2 years or so. They've just been making microtransactions. So that already gives the impression that they're really only working on the game for money anymore. And then they go and sell out to Epic Games, who I assume offered them a shit ton of money to make it an exclusive. So that's kind of why I don't like them. They're not very... They haven't handled their game very well for the past couple of years. I think they just let it slip and have been focusing too much on money. That's really my main issue. And an issue I saw some people had was I said the game's gonna die. So what I meant by the game was gonna die is the PC community is going to be smaller in the future. Short term, it's not gonna be that bad, but I think long term, it's gonna get worse. But that's obvious because the game is going to get older. And like I said, that all depends on what Psyonix decides to do with all the money that they're gonna get from Epic. Whether they're gonna pocket it or actually work on improving the game and adding more stuff to it. One of the things that is a very good thing is we're probably going to get better servers because they have more money to spend on servers. So that's a good thing. We're probably going to get better servers. And I expect if they make it free on Epic Games, I expect to see more players short term. If they don't make it free on Epic Games, then I don't see that as much. And more money for Psyonix to make more content if they decide to. But that's up to them. You know, they could pocket it, run away with the money, and just stop working on it. But if they keep working on it, then that could be a good thing. A couple bad things. I don't see as many players keep playing the game. Obviously, hugely reliant on whether Psyonix updates the game well. But I see less players long term. And my biggest issue is this helps Epic Games' quest to monopolize video games by eliminating competition, not by creating a better product, but by limiting the products people currently use, like Steam. They're not making a better product than Steam, and people want to go use it. They have a much worse product, but people have no choice. So that's my big issue with it. It could be bad if Epic decides to step in on the development of the game, which I don't expect, but if they do, that could be bad. And probably more microtransactions is, unfortunately, where I see this going. Is what they mean by more content is more microtransactions, more items, more Rocket Pass, stuff like that. The last thing I want to say is, I'm not used to making videos like these, so that last one was really bad. It was really bad. I should have put more effort into it. Truly, I didn't think this many people would see it. I thought it'd just kind of fly under the radar, but it got seen by a lot of people, and it was not very reasonable. It was just me ranting and being a bitch, is I think the word I would use for that. So I will try to make it my goal to be less of a bitch in the future, and hopefully this video came off as less ranty, and if it didn't, then fuck me. I guess I'm just a natural born cunt. There's nothing I can do about it. So I'm leaving. Bye.